right, y'all. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody feeling today?
Woo!
Nice. You're fired up. Great. Great to see everybody. My name's Kevin Comstock. I'm going to be the host today. I will, in just a moment, go around the room, find out who wants to perform, who wants to just chill and watch, and who might be stalking me. So somebody's getting a weird sound coming from their system. Gurgling. Goes away when everybody stops moving or talking. How's it going, Alan? How you been?
Good. How are you, Kevin? Just really stopping in to say hello.
You want to do some time?
I got one or two things, but not much time.
Okay, no problem. All right. So Annabelle, where's Annabelle? Oh,
Here I am.
Oh, you go by B.
Yeah.
And you're in Germany, aren't you?
Yep.
All right. And you're gonna do some time. Andrew Miller, are you here? Yes, there you are. Are you in Alabama?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. I was close. The state with an A. That wasn't Alaska.
What up, GC?
Hey, what's going on, Andrew? Good to see you again, buddy.
All right. Janet, you want to do some time?
You betcha.
All right, Janet, where are you located?
Southern Cal.
Southern Cal, I thought so. All right. How's it going, Iggy? How you been? You want to do some time? You still in Mexico, buddy?
Yeah, I'm in Baja right now.
Oh, Baja, nice. He's in Baja.
Nice.
Jessica, where's Jessica? Jessica, you want to do some time today?
Yes, please.
You got it. Jessica, where are you located?
Luxembourg.
Luxembourg. God, that's why I love this.
Nice.
All right. Where's DC? DC, are you still here? There you are.
Yep, I'm still here. I
Wanna do
am in
some time?
Chicago.
Chicago, you want to do some time? You got
Yes,
it.
please.
Scott Monaco, where are you? Scott Monaco has apparently disappeared. We'll see if he comes back a little bit later.
Hey, Kevin.
Yes.
Hey, if you can squeeze me up in there earlier in the lineup, just in case my kids call me, that'd be cool. I'm in the middle of homeschooling right now, so.
No worries. Anybody have a problem with that? I can run first. Okay.
DC.
I'll put you first. I wanted to go first. He needs to be last. No, I'll get you. No problem, DC. You got
No
it.
problem.
Daniel, where's Daniel? There's Daniel. Daniel, you're still in Tucson?
Tucson, Arizona.
That's what I thought. Scott disappeared. And Jim. Jim, where are you located?
Canada, eh?
Canada. Hey, you going to do some time today?
Certainly.
All right. And Birkin, where's Birkin? Birkin, are you here? Birkin's
Yes,
coming.
I'm
There he
here.
is. Hey, Birkin, you're going to do some. Birkin's in Turkey. I know he's a regular. And Alan is in New York. This is like an international love fest. This is great. All right. We're going to go ahead and I will wait just another moment before I give you the rules. I think most people know the rules. All right. Each person's going to do 3 minutes each, 3 minutes each. At the 2-minute mark, I'm going to hold up a sign that says 1 minute left. After that minute, I'll hold up another sign that'll say that's your time. You don't have to panic. I'm not going to freak out. So you can finish your thought. You can finish your joke, whatever you'd like. But please know, if it turns into a novel, I will fade the music up and it will be like we're at the Oscars and we're trying to get somebody off the stage, okay? It. Our order is going to be B, Andrew, Janet. Oh, wait, DC first. Sorry. DC, Annabelle, Andrew, Janet, Iggy, Jessica, Daniel, Jim, Birkin, and Alan. That's our lineup. Everybody know where they're going to be performing? Got it? All right. Good to know. Good to know. Let's get this thing rolling. Remember, we're going to do 3 minutes. It's always good to keep your own time. I'll be keeping time here as well. But if you have your own time, it's good to know when 3 minutes is up because a lot of places are going to be very, very, very on your ass to keep your time perfect. Remember, this is an open mic. So if something resembles a joke, let air out. All right, just do your best. Remember, this is a dialogue. This is not a presentation, so feel like you can chime in and have some fun with everybody while they're here. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, horses and jockeys, I don't care who you are or where you're from, we're just glad you're here spending time with us at the Greg Dean Stand-Up Comedy Open Mic. Make some noise! Thank you. Thank you. Just play along and nobody will get hurt. Just play along and no one gets hurt. Thank you, guys. I'm Kevin Comstock. I'll be your host. I'm also one of the teachers for Greg Dean stand-up comedy classes. I'm not going to take up any more time. I'm going to go ahead and bring up our first performer. Our first performer tonight has made anonymity a household name. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for DC!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, just to qualify about the Chicago, because I get a lot of people who come from Chicago, come up to me and say, yo, you're from Chicago? Chi-town, son, I'm from South Side. I'd be like, yeah, hold on a second. I'm not from that Chicago. I'm from the part of Chicago, if I lean out of my car and wave, someone's gonna wave back like, hey. The other Chicago, you wave out of the car like this, hey. Someone's gonna lean into the window and go, we want 5 ounces? You want 5 ounces? That's not my Chicago. No, I'm Canadian. I know, right? This is the best disguise, right? This is the perfect disguise for Chicago. No, I'm so Canadian, I bleed maple syrup. No, it's not diabetes. However, I do blend in here. I get a lot of questions from a lot of locals. Say, hey, listen, DC, listen, since you're a Black Canadian, you probably can't really identify with the inner city issues that we have in Chicago. I'm like, don't be surprised. I mean, don't rule me out, because I grew up in Toronto. And Toronto, we had the same issues. We had drive-bys. We had the same gang issues. They just look different because we're all polite. Hey, où est la bibliothèque? Break yourself, eh? Pop, 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 pop. Hurry. That's what we do. And they get shot like, and then we call 911 for you because we're that polite. Oh, who shot you? I think it was Drake. I think Drake shot me. I don't know. Then you get pushed into the hospital. They patch you back up. You get thrown back out. I just got to say that all this happens to say that universal healthcare works. Right? Americans take note. No. So I'm beefing with my daughters right now because I'm beefing with my daughters because homeschool is tough. I'm telling you, homeschool is rough. One of them said, listen, Dad, I want you to teach me how to type and spell. I'm like, why so insistent? Oh, so I can tell Mom behind your back that A, how much I love her, but also 2, how horrible you are of a teacher. I know, ouch, right? Right. So you think I took the high road as a parent in that exchange? No, I'm petty. I took the low road. I told her, all right, fine. Today's spelling lesson is on compound words. Can you spell rat snitch? Can you spell rat snitch?
Rat snitch.
All right, now we're gonna do some rhyming words today. Okay, rhyme this. Snitches get blank. What? Snitches get blank. Yeah. I know you're 7, but I don't care. Like I'm so fed up. At this point in time, I'm either just gonna shut off for a spell check on an iPad or just hold it back a grade. That's where I'm at right now. So that's my time. My name's DC. Deuces.
Wow, DC ended like a pro. 2 seconds to go, man. That is a pro right there. I love it. Thanks for sharing with us, DC. You better get back and go tutor. The problem that sucks about homeschooling is you are also the janitor.
Yeah. Well,
it's one thing to be the teacher, but you're the janitor. You're the weird cafeteria lady that wears the orthopedic shoes and has a big old mole. That's all of us.
Yeah, well, the homeschool shooting drills are horrendous. I got to say that, man. The homeschool shooting drills are horrendous. So,
homeschool shooting drills. And on that, I'm going to bring up our next performer. Our next performer can pilot bicycles up severe inclines with unflagged speed. Put your hands together for B in Germany.
Thank you for the intro. So, as I said last time, I'm living in Germany, and the Germans, known for order, discipline, and water. These people are obsessed with water. They could drink it out of the tap, but no. And we're talking about H2O, the whole of chemistry. I mean, this is God's original tool, but they have to buy it. My neighbor Gerta came home trailing her 5-year-old behind her with 80 liters of water. I said, "Hey, Gunter, is your mama building you a water park?" 9. And I said, and he said, "Mommy said I shouldn't bother you because you're an abdomen mannequin." An African American? Yeah. And they're actually, I mean, in bathroom water, it's taboo. I was shopping and I filled up my water bottle in the bathroom, and the German women, you could see it, they went wild. Was tust du nicht? Trink aus Toilet? Du brush dein Hair mit ein toilet brush? You eat rust aus the sink? You American ceviche. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, they're crazy about that. But the worst thing about being African American in Germany is no one can do my hair. I saw, I mean, they try. My neighborhood barbershop, I saw a beauty shop, I saw that she had started buying gardening magazines, you know, and bought a little chia plant because bless her heart, she tries. I have a British hairdresser now, and she says, "Ladybird, you have lovely hair." The trouble is, she is not a terrorist. No, okay, I'll come back. She is. She has trouble with people, so she's paranoid. Okay, so she's paranoid. So she's always talking about the end of the world, but that's okay. I mean, it's not that bad. At least I'll find out about the end of days. That's my time. I'm B.
Ladies and gentlemen, B from Germany. And she even mixed in some German Germlish. Is it called Germlish or
English?
I don't know. She mixed in a little German, but like a German slang, like
English.
yeah, like the American way. I like when people they can't speak the language, so they talk slower and louder, thinking that the other person is going to understand. It's just the most ridiculous thing. Hey, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Our next performer. Let me tell you who this person is. I worked with this person many, many times. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy comes straight from Arkansas. He needs no introduction, but he insists upon it. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Miller!
Arkansas.
Driving on acid in Texas once, coming from a concert. The only reason that I was driving was because my buddy thought that the road was water. I guess he just lost his boating license or something. Dude, did you see that dolphin? It was beautiful. I think we got married telepathically. I'm like, whoa. All right, Mrs. Dan Marino, don't flip her out on me. Don't worry, I'll get us to safety. Man. Anyone like drugs? Anyone like drugs here? Show of hands. Drugs?
Save my life.
Hey, there we go. We got one. We got a couple. All right. Drugs can make you they can make you think some crazy things. There's this guy, Neil Cassidy, that Jack Kerouac and Allen Ginsberg wrote about a lot. One thing he said was, We are 4-dimensional beings in 3-dimensional bodies on a 2-dimensional plane. He had some great drugs. But he's right, though. We are 4-dimensional beings. Do you know what the 4th spatial dimension is? There's depth, there's width, there's length, and then there's time, which is also the dimension you are least likely to use to describe your dick. Start using it, though. I mean, like, how big is that dick, boy? 28 years, baby. Way bigger. But time is weird. It's like we experience it distorted as it is because we only experience it frame by frame. But I think we are just at the tip of some higher dimensional alien dick. Now, let me explain. If there were 6-dimensional beings looking at you, they would see you as like a solid stream, like an anemone or a dick going every moment, you know, from your mother, your grandmother, all of your great grandmothers, every moment when they all got cream pied. By what? A dick. We're just all a vein, a patch of hair, or in some cases a cold sore on some extra dimensional planetary penis. We are all dicks. All right. That's it for me, guys. Thank you all.
Not too bad. Not too bad. We made it about three comedians in before we had dick jokes, but that's all right. We got to always tally that because there's a lot. And yeah, Jessica, I agree. Space and dicks, man, that is a match made in heaven. It really is. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying that, but it doesn't matter. Let's bring up the next performer. Ladies and gentlemen, this next performer has done so many wonderful things in such a brief time, it's hard to exaggerate her accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Janet Stewart.
Thank you so much. So good to be here. God, my mother called me the other day and she said, darling, I must tell you, I'm going to live till I'm 112. Yes, she's going to do it just to mess with me. She's 92 and she has had 5 facelifts. Congratulations, Mom. Now you look 91 and a half. But I think plastic surgery can be fun. It's like I get a whole new mom. She's got that new mom smell. A 30-day warranty. And you know, unwrapping the bandages, it's like getting a mummy out of an Amazon box. Her name is Angel, and this makes sense. Satan was once an angel, and they both know how to get under my skin. She was an alcoholic, but she never shared. It was sad and unfortunate because, damn, she was the most boring drunk. I got to tell you, she would get drunk and do her estimated taxes. How many estimated taxes can you do on bourbon? But she introduced me to my husband. He was divorced. I was very happy. Having 4 ex-wives took a lot of pressure off of me. And I got to tell you, thank you. I am still having sex. When he's not home. Thank you, DC. Our marriage is exciting. There's addiction, control issues, and mental illness. And that's what I bring to the table. Thank you very much. I'm Janet Stewart. Appreciate y'all.
Janet.
Janet Stewart, everybody. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Kevin, what was my time?
It came out to 2:45.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You got it. All right. Let's keep this thing rolling on. 5 facelifts. She really had 5 facelifts?
Okay, 3.
3. That's pretty close to 5.
Yeah.
Just need 2 more. That's all right. I haven't had any facelifts, but someday maybe I will. You know, got to get a face forklift to lift some faces. Okay, thank you. I'll be here all day. No, I really will. I live here. Let's bring up our next performer. Ladies and gentlemen, this next performer wears his heart on his sleeve and spaghetti sauce on his shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, from Baja, Iggy Love Sky.
That's you just told everybody all about me. That's so, oh my God. I want to talk about Washington, D.C. Has anyone ever been to Washington, D.C.? Jazz hands, have you been to Washington, D.C.? Okay, so you know that D.C. is full of rats. And I'm not talking about like the politics. I'm like the rodents, like rats. Like they're everywhere. And my little niece came to visit me. And I lived over on 13th and Belmont. She's like, Uncle Igor, is that a rat? And I was like, no, honey, it's a nocturnal squirrel. She's like, no, squirrels are diurnal. I'm like, oh, no, education, private education. That's what happens when you send your kids to private school. And it's gotten so bad. Like, it's so, like, this is how, like, and I have a very developed sense of smell, which is good because I know I don't have COVID. But it sucks because, like, when I walk down the street, I can be like, I can tell the vintage of the dead rat. Like, I'm like, oh, that's a week old dead rat. Or versus like, oh no, is that Pete? No, that's not. No, that's a Surratt. Nope, that's like a 2-week-old dead rat. It is so like I would walk into the garage and I could just like by smelling know how many dead rats and where the traps were. It's that insane. I don't know where the comedy is, but I'm just tired of the rats. And I went on Amazon and they saw these like supersonic rat scare thingies. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but you plug it into the wall and it's supposed to like scare the rats away. And I got the most expensive, most powerful one. And it starts going. My mom passed out.
Oh no.
It was like so supersonic. It was like yeah, all the rats left, but all the everybody just left. Like you couldn't be in the house. Like it was just this like, and like you couldn't walk. It would like paralyze you. Like your entire equilibrium. So I wrote a review, you know, and I was like, thank you so much. I wish that we plugged this into the White House like 4 years ago. It would have helped so much. Thank you. The other thing that I hate about the pandemic is that we don't drive anywhere. And so I left my car out on the street and I opened up the glove box and I left a Snickers bar there and there were some squirrels having sex. Wet. And I didn't know what to do. And being a gentleman, I just closed the glove box to give them privacy. Thank you guys so much. I'm Iggy.
Iggy, thanks for sharing with us, brother. Always good to see you. All right. This show's just moving along. It's so exciting. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. I do jokes just for you. All right. Perfect. All right. Let's bring up the next performer. Our next performer will give you in length what she lacks in depth. Ladies and gentlemen, come onto the stage, Jessica in Luxembourg.
You know, it's weird how Americans can't figure out accents. Is she from the UK? Or is it Australia? No, it's Austria. I'm from the UK, but right now I live in Luxembourg. Luxembourg. What the hell is a Luxembourg? Well, it's not a car. Wasn't that a Bond villain? I'll tell you all, it's not a Bond villain, it's a cheese. Some of the smart guys out there are probably thinking, yeah, I think my granddaddy knocked someone up in Luxembourg in World War II. Good for him. He finally spiced up the gene pool out here. So what can I tell you? Luxembourg is known for its banks and its farms. It's the only country in the world where you can drive to work in a tractor. And it's such a small country. Your bank manager is also your cousin. And your husband. You're guaranteed to get that loan. It's so weird how you Americans know nothing about where I'm from, but we know everything about your country. We're literally binge watching America right now. We're like your annoying neighbors, looking through the net curtains, being all like, oh my God, you will not believe what USA did today. They left that orange trash can out front for 4 years. And he stank. Well, what can you do? They run this neighborhood. So anyway, Luxembourg. It's a lovely destination if you're on witness protection. You guys have France, which is known for its croissant. In Germany, you've got sausage. Well, people go to Luxembourg for tax tips. And a cure for insomnia. Because it's so boring. I mean, it's just full of banks and European institutions and incest. I don't know if you know this, but Luxembourg in Luxembourgish means Luxemboring. It's like the Rohypnol of countries. I mean, you'll forget you were ever there, but it's so expensive that you'll be suffering in pain afterwards. If there was ever a Luxembourg in Epcot, it'd be the creepiest place. There'd just be a couple wandering in every now and then. Oh my God, this is creepy. Excuse me, where can we find France? But it's not your fault, guys. It's not your fault you don't know where Luxembourg is. I mean, that's what happens when you learn geography from a theme park. It's weird. So I'm from the UK and I grew up in the English countryside. And I won't lie, I was a bit of a brown noser, which means I'm a country bump kiss ass.
Woo!
That's been my time. Thank you so much, guys.
Woo! Jessica.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jessica sharing with us. Jessica, the reason that none of us Americans know where Luxembourg is because we haven't bombed it yet. It's true. Americans learn their geography from bombing and wars. If we haven't bombed it, and even if we have bombed it, there is a good portion that still won't know where the hell it is. That's the way we roll. That's how we roll. All right, let's bring up the next performer. The next performer believes the best years of his life were the 10 years between 29 and 30. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Daniel Brockert.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, for the record, it's a birthmark. Whew. Feel better already. Hey, Jessica, I feel you on living in a foreign country. I lived in 8 because I wanted, but because I was an American, I still can't tell you where they were. Yeah, I taught English around the world. I taught in China, Korea, Mexico, Turkey, and Taiwan. And it was a trip. Yeah, like the best part about becoming an English teacher is that you can make fun of the students' mistakes with the other teachers in the back. You know, in China, like they always mix up kitchen and chicken. Teacher, yesterday I eat kitchen. And my favorite mistake is that Chinese students, when they'll mix up angry and hungry. So I'm leading a class one day, and the student I'm teaching about fire, And does anybody have a story? The student says, teacher, I have a story. And then said, one time the other student lit my hair on fire in class. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. She's like, yeah, I was so hungry. Said, hungry? Oh my God, my hair's on fire. Let's go to KFC. Living in China was so difficult because as a foreigner, I'd be on the outskirts of town and people would be staring like this, like a laser beam. The worst part is that this staring problem extended to at the urinal in the bathroom. I'd be in the mall, minding my own business at the last urinal. Chinese guy pulls up next to me. Now, I get the curiosity there. I mean, the guy's Chinese. But he turns it into an icebreaker. Like in Chinese, I learned some Chinese. That's a nice long dick you got there. That's not the kind of conversation chit chat I want to have with somebody. I was like, I get cultural understanding and tolerance and everything like that. But, what is he going to do next? Is he going to look at me while I'm shitting? Hey, that's a nice long log you got there.
Oh, funny.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Daniel.
All right, Daniel Brockert. I normally don't take a peek when I'm peeing, but I was at the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood. This is a true story. And I was taking a leak and Larry King came up right next to me. And was taking a leak, and I was trying so hard to see what was going on because he's married 8 times. He's got to have something going on. Maybe he doesn't have something going on. I didn't see, but I tried. I tried as best I could. I wanted to be able to report it to you guys, but I couldn't. That's okay. Sometimes this happens. Ladies and gentlemen, our next performer is so cool. He wasn't born. He was defrosted. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim R.
Oh, am I on mute? No, I'm off mute. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Canada, So I'm not a professional comedian. I think that's because I haven't got paid yet. I'm waiting for that check. As you can see, I like to sit around in bed up here in the cabin with my tropical shirts on. Thinking about warmer places. Only reason I get up is because the guys come by with the sleigh out in front on the roadway, yelling out, "Bring out your dead, bring out your dead." So I go out to the front porch and I pry off a frozen Eskimo, another one, and drag him out there, sort of thing. Like I've said, my name is Jimmy K. The K actually stands for Koch, but people mix that up and say Jimmy Cock, and they're like, "Whoa, no." I had an agent. He said, "Okay, keep your act clean. No swearing. Comedians cannot be dirty, then come into with a clean act." And I was like, "Wow." Well, needless to say, I fired that fucking agent and got rid of that motherfucker. But anyway, I used to think everybody was born on the same level. Everybody had the same amount of intelligence and stuff. And I was down in Arizona in January. and I was talking with a redneck, a transplanted redneck, and a Trump supporter. And I'm like, whoa. I said, well, the latest that Trump came up with, he said that those, alternate, power sources, the wind turbines, they cause cancer and they kill a lot of birds. Well, the redneck says, well, I don't know what the fuck about cancer, but I know they kill a lot of fucking birds. And I'm like, whoa. So I just kind of imagine these wind turbines with piles of birds underneath. It's kind of like a make work project for rednecks. They can go around with their carts and pick up the dead birds and take them home and stuff them, sort of thing. Up in here in Canada, we have a lot of wildlife signs on the highway. One of the signs we have is for the deer. The deer, they look like Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, prancing and stuff. If you ever seen a deer crossing a highway up here, they're like they're on Valium. They're like, whoa, have you seen a deer, a car, Rudolph? We're like, no, Blitzer, I haven't seen nothing. Wham, sort of thing. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm not a religious man, but I'm spiritual, not religious. I like to give thanks to God, like I'm giving thanks right now in front of all you comedians. Could you imagine God as a woman? Wow, I thought about that and I thought, like once a month, all hell would break loose. It was like, sorry to the women out there, but the week before, it'd be like, wow, things are building up, and the week of, the shit would hit the fan, and the week after, they kind of like repair all the damage and that sort of thing. And then I think about all the other women angels around the angel God, female. It would be like, whoa, and once a month they'd all kind of like get the same sort of thing. God, what a shit kicking the world would take. But anyway, apologies to women, apologies to rednecks, and from Canada here, where it snows, and the wind it blows. God bless.
Jim R. from Canada, man. Canada is in the house if you consider this a house.
Oh,
Nice. Thank you, man. Thank you for that. I'm going to bring up our next performer. Birkin, are you ready? Are you going to come on screen?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Now I'll introduce you. Ladies and gentlemen, this next performer has earned fame in international botany circles for his deft floral arrangements. Put your hands together from Birkin from Turkey.
Thank you. So lockdown has finally changed me. It finally started affected me. I resisted the temptation for months, but now I emerge defeated. I am now sorry to report that I wear less clothes than I used to. I don't wear any clothes now. I don't wear any clothes anymore when I'm alone or not alone, when I'm at home or not at home. The weird thing is, I wouldn't do that normally because I am ashamed of my body. And let me assure you, my body is a type of body that needs shaming. I mean, it needs that. I need that to live. I need that to live. I mean, it's just hard to look at. It's hard to look at and easy to see. So that kind of sucks. I mean, when I get in front of a mirror and I slap my belly like this, the mirror breaks because of the vibration and disgust. And I do slap myself in front of a mirror. And here's one incident. Oh, the slave in the magic mirror, from the farthest space through the darkness and the wind, I summon thee. What wouldst thou know, my king? Magic mirror in the wall, who is the fairest one of all? What do you mean? Who is the fairest one of all? You want me to say it? Who is the fair? Okay. You want me to be honest? Yes. Okay. It's you, my king. You're the fairest one of all. That's what? What do you mean? You're the fairest one of all. Wait. You were supposed to mention someone else. I mean, that's how the story goes. You were supposed to. Yes, I was supposed to do that, and that should tell you something. Are you for real? Yes, I am for real, and you're the fattest guy I know, and I'm a shopping mall mirror. Yeah, so the quarantine made me his bitch officially, basically. It took me hostage and made me strip. We're gonna do a little dance, maybe a little pole dance, and then eventually I'm gonna give him a blowjob, I think. I don't know. And yeah, I mean, as long as I as long as I get my money, I mean, the money being me not being obligated to go to the school, basically. Yeah. Yeah, so that's my time.
Yay, Burkhead.
Okay, and perfect timing, exactly 3 minutes. Thanks for sharing that with us. He's got to be careful because in they don't have freedom of speech where Birkin lives. So the fact that he's coming on here and saying all kinds of things, man, that guy's got some guts. Hopefully we could rescue you if you need rescuing. Okay.
I hope so. Yeah.
Midnight Express.
All right. Who do I have next? I have another person, but I lost my list. Why did I lose my list?
Kevin.
Oh man. Oh well, that's okay. Next up, coming to the stage. You ready to do some time, Alan?
Sure, but I wasn't. I think Nolan and Neil were ahead of me. You had me at last.
Actually, you were ahead of them.
Oh, okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage right now from New York. Put your hands together in a warm Greg Dean welcome to Alan Salzbank.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Whoa.
I'm glad you mentioned Greg Dean. I took Greg Dean's class and learned all about comedy. But the most important thing they told me, teacher came up to me and he said, punchlines are funnier when they have a K in them. So I said, I know. He says, it's better actually if you pronounce the K. I said, okay. Anyway, my family has this obsession with silent letters. We hate listening to people who prove that they know how to spell by pronouncing letters that shouldn't be pronounced, like the T in often. It's not often, it's often. Same thing with salmon. It's not Solomon, it's salmon. The L is silent in salmon, the T is silent in often. And my sister really gets carried away. My sister Margaret, whenever she introduces herself, she tells people how to spell her name. So she says, my name is P as in pneumonia, E as in eulogy, G as in gnome. And it's pronounced. So, I also have trouble with people who always correct me when I'm spelling the word effect. I never know. I still don't know. I'm 65 years old, and I don't know when to use effect with an E or effect with an A. They tell me that one's a verb and one's a noun, but I have no clue. So I started using the word impact whenever I had to use the word effect. And people sort of caught on to that. So I started spelling, no matter whether it was effect with an A or effect with an E, I'd always spell it with an O. So I'd spell something O-F-F-E-C-T. That way people think that I just don't know how to type. They don't think I'm a complete idiot. I really wanted to learn this. So I hired, even though I was in my 40s, I hired a tutor, an English tutor. And I spent an hour on this issue. And she's trying to explain it to me, and it just didn't work. And finally I gave up. And she said, well, you still don't know whether to use effect with an A or effect with an E, but I got to give you an A for effort. I said, are you kidding me? There's no A in effort. That's, I guess I have some more time. I'm going to cede my time to the gentleman from the Radiator, Neil Humphrey.
All right, Alan, man, you got to think. Your stuff is really, you got to think.
I know.
You got to spell like dyslexics just don't get it. All right, Neil, you want to do some time right now?
Yeah, I mean, I will do. Yeah, one if Jessica actually translates for everybody into English would help. But what I've got is I've got the 5-minute stuff we've been doing, Kevin, and maybe I can use that and get 3 minutes through. If you're
Go
okay
for
with
it.
that.
You're on. Ladies and gentlemen, from France via the UK, it's Neil.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. My name's Neil. I'm early retired. That is a dignified way of saying unemployable due to age. But I've been busy in my shed though. First thing a man does when he stops working, tidy his shed. Second thing, when he wants to avoid the list of jobs his wife has planned, he makes a shadow board of his tools. That's when you draw around all your hammers, pliers, stuff like that, so you know where they hang on the wall. It looks like a mass murder of a toolbox has taken place. My wife, she had no interest in my shed until I started using it. Now it's got cafe curtains, roller blinds on the door. She's a regular visitor, and now I have to lie about making something. Yeah, I'm making something. I just don't want to show you just yet. It's a surprise, right? I now spend more time in my shed than I do in the house. Anyway, my wife, she's been through the menopause. The only difference she noticed was that I became a lot more irritating. We've been married so long that she's now moved into the bitter and resentful stage of our relationship. And she comes into the bedroom each morning with a cup of tea, and she waits for my first breath and thinks, fuck, he's still alive. Bizarrely, she says that if I die, she would end her life and she would not want to live on without me, which is kind of weird because she can't stand the sight of me. I mean, she doesn't speak to me all day until I'm on the phone, then she can't stop. I've been married for 24 years. That is 24 years of never sitting in the window seat of an aeroplane. But like most couples, things do get repetitive and we try to spice things up a bit. So my wife dressed up as a stewardess and I sat in the armchair next to the window. She was like a proper stewardess though. I mean, she threw a bag of peanuts at me, stomped around the living room for a while, then hid behind the curtains for 2 hours. I couldn't get out to see what she was doing. She'd left the seatbelt sign on. Besides, after 24 years, I was never going to give up that window seat. Role play is great until you ask her to dress up as her sister. So, thank you, Jessica. But as a way of apology, I thought I'd buy her some perfume. So I bought the one by Kim Kardashian called The Smell of Love. But apparently that was wrong. She said, "What woman wants to smell like the afterburn smell of Kanye West? Use it to unblock the sink instead," she said. But I'll tell you what I learned from these perfumes. You read the back of a perfume bottle and it tells you the petals used are plucked at dawn. Read any man's aftershave, it says, danger, do not apply it to testicles. So listen, I'd say my wife, she wants to get a new boyfriend like now, run us in parallel, a bit like getting a new dog so the old one can teach it how to behave before it dies, is what she said. Show me the fuse boxes, spare light bulbs, stuff like that. She wants one of us for sex and one for cooking. I start my cooking course on Monday. Thank you very much. I'm Neil.
All right, Neil, ladies and gentlemen, Neil.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks for sharing that with us, Neil. That was fun. I love that your wife dressing up like a stewardess and then just hiding behind the curtains.
Thank you.
She's a method actor. All right, let's bring up our next person. Nolan, you ready to do something?
I can do something.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Can't do the same thing for very long, but yeah.
That's all right. Do whatever you want, ladies and gentlemen. This next performer is not lazy. He's just on energy saving mode. It's Nolan Hale.
You know, I'm bi-curious or just simply nosy. I wonder what they're doing in there. I'm like looking through the keyhole. You know, I could imagine, and I usually do in the shower. What about when they're taking a shower? Like, do they use do bisexuals use like body wash or soap and like bar soap, and where do they put it? You know, you see what I got here.
The soap.
You know, I've never gone down on a guy. I mean, I've kissed a penis, but that's another story. You know, guys are so afraid of like penises around their mouth areas. You know, the penis can't hurt you unless like they pelt you. Let's see. So, okay, so like I mean, everybody, it's like you know, I'm listening to podcasts. They're all like gay podcasters. Gay culture, queer culture is trending right now. I want to be queer, but I'm just weird. Thank you. That's all I have right now. Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you, guys.
Olin, sharing us some personal information.
Yeah.
I think everybody was going in their head on that one. They were like, okay.
They first story.
We've got one more performer. Damon Lilly, are you going to perform for us?
Yes, sir.
All right, Damon, you still in Philly?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I remembered because his name rhymes with Philly. Isn't that cool? Damon Lilly from Philly. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage right now, Damon Lilly from Philly.
Jeez. Thank you. Thank you. Keep it going for yourselves. Wouldn't that be a great masturbation slogan? Somebody busting on you and they just tell you, keep it going for yourself. Yeah. I'm gonna try some new stuff. I used to have an ant collection, but over the years, my mom kept losing her sisters. But yeah, that's why I like family reunions, because life is all about nuance. Is this thing on? Nuance? What else? I got a buddy. He tries to give me dating advice. He likes to date women at work, and he's in the medical field. So I asked him, I'm like, how do you do that? How do you date women at work? He's like, you know, well, first you got to make sure they're laid back. Otherwise, you can't get to the trach hole. To clean it with your penis. Yeah. And I was dating a young lady, but yeah, it just didn't work out, and so she didn't want to let go of the relationship. And you ever have someone who like sends you these text messages that are like novels? Well, she kept sending me these huge meandering pictures of her pussy, and she thought it would get us back together, but we wouldn't get back together. I would just end up downtown in the half demolished hallway eating a roast beef. Yeah. What else is going on? Well, Trump's out. That's good, right? But I think Trump's thing that people miss, he was just like trying to bring perverts back to a simpler time. Like when women had names like Bambi and Hush, you know, simpler time. And yeah, Bambi, what a name. Like, I'm sure she'll frolic through your wooded area. But yeah, everybody he dealt with usually got the shaft anyway. So yeah, that's all I got for now. Thanks, guys.
What? There's supposed to be a music right now. Come on. Oh man, how anticlimactic. There we go. Let's see if the other one starts. Yeah, there we go. Not very loud. All right, we'll do a different one then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that concludes our show today. We hope you enjoyed yourself. My name's Kevin Comstock. Let's talk about what we learned. We learned a lot of stuff today. We learned that a good disguise in Canada is to be African. We learned that in Canada they do polite drive-bys and snitches get blank. We learned about the hoe of chemistry and bad hair in Germany. We learned about using time to measure a dick and a higher dimensional alien dick. We talked about the new mom smell and estimated taxes on bourbon. We talked about the vintage of a dead rat and a plug that makes everybody have to leave. We learned that Luxembourging, you can have a bank manager that is your cousin and your husband. We learned that mixing up chicken and kitchen is just plain funny. We learned that the last urinal, people are trying to take a look. We learned you have to bring out your dead, and sometimes Blitzen gets run over. We also learned that you can stop wearing clothes with a body that needs shaming. We learned about silent letter madness and whether to use effect or affect. Who knows? Nobody actually really knows. Nobody. We also learned about the smell of love and afterburn of Kanye West. We learned about bisexual body wash and bar soap and getting smacked in the face with a penis. We learned about an ant collection and cleaning a trach hole with your penis. Guys, it doesn't get any better than this right here. Let's have a round of applause for everybody. We had DC, B, Andrew Miller, Janet, Iggy, Jessica, Daniel, Jim, Perkin, Alan, Neil, Nolan, and Damon. Give everybody a round of applause. Hey guys, thanks for coming. We hope you had fun today. We got 2 more open mics this week. We'd love to see you. All right. So everybody have a great rest of your day and make some people laugh, because that's what we got to do. We don't have a choice.
Thanks, Kev.
Thanks, Kevin.